Hello everyone, welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM with me. My name is Chris. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another chatty, streamy episode. I've got another cup of tea on. We've got the lo-fi beats. Note this hand. Got the lo-fi beats going on. And yeah, some stuff has happened in the manager's journey. So I ended up playing through the end of last season. We were sort of yo-yoing between 12th and 13th. And we ended up finishing in 13th. And it just wasn't that interesting. So those games, I don't know if I can get last season's schedule up. Can I? I can, right. So those, remember I predicted that we wouldn't do very well in this run of games? Well, we didn't do very well in this run of games. We lost 2-0, 2-1, and then a couple of draws. Not too bad, actually. Two draws against pretty big teams. Late goal there from Miles Leeburn. That must have been good. I must have enjoyed that. And we finished up the season with a 2-1 win against Volendam. But yeah, we just ended up sort of sitting around in 13th. Not really in danger of going down, not really in danger of going up. So yeah, it just wasn't that interesting. So scrapped all that off. This season, we're doing all right. We beat Sparta Rotterdam 1-0. They're recently relegated down from the Eredivisie, so that I was really pleased with. And then a really good sort of 2-2, battling 2-2 draw against Willem 2. Penalty in the 76th minute from K. Tijan. So good for that. Really happy with that. That leaves us in 7th currently after 2 games. 4 points from 6, I think is pretty good for us. So hopefully the rest of the season will continue in this vein. It might not, but hopefully it does. In terms of the teams that came down, as already I said, we had Sparta Rotterdam, we've also had Excelsior and FC Den Bosch. So the media have got us down in 12th once again. They don't think we're going to be finishing down, but I've also noticed that there are the 4 sort of youth teams of the big Eredivisie clubs who don't get any bookies ratings. So if you take away those guys, we're actually predicted to finish in 16th. You know, they think, is that right? Drop everyone down. 15th, 16th, yeah, this bottom half of the table. I think we're going to be in this bottom half of the table. I think I'm going to do slightly better. I'm aiming for 10th this year. I think 10th will be a nice progression on where we were last year. We will see, though. So we had a fair bit of transfer activity as well. So we'll go through that. It was a little bit frustrating, our transfer activity. We have, obviously we have very little money. We've got £1 million in the bank. All of our transfer budget, I always just throw onto the wages because we can't buy players, like we just can't afford them. All the sort of good players who get released from the higher clubs, they look at our club and they think, no, I'm not interested in that. So I find it really hard to sign free transfers as well. So what I ended up doing for a little bit was having the director of football deal with it. I was like, all right, fine, like, I can't find anyone, not anyone that wants to join us anyway. So you do it. You deal with it. I've never done that before. I've never let the director of football just deal with the transfers and the finances because you always get judged. You know, one of your season objectives is always to work within the wage budget. And then if I said this in the video previously, if the director of football signs someone who completely knackers the wage structure, you're still in trouble for it, which I don't like. So I've never done it, but I did it this time. And it didn't go terribly, but it also didn't go well. Let me explain. Before I got the director of football involved, I signed where is he? Mies Bakker and Anas Salahadin. So Anas Salahadin is a really, really good left wing back. We needed cover in that position. He actually is just now first choice player in that position. He's like for our squad, really good. Really good. His pace 12. We don't get 12s around here. 14 on technique. Yeah, he's really good. I managed to snap him up on a free. God knows how. We also got Mies Bakker. He was a goalkeeper. We needed a better goalkeeper. Now you look at his reflexes. That's what I wanted. His reflexes and his one-on-ones, 12 and 14. He's so much better than Delano Van Crooy. I mean, you look at this. Delano Van Crooy is much more well-rounded. I think. Like he's got more generally going for him. But I think Mies Bakker is better at the saving part of being a goalkeeper, which is something we were struggling with. We were conceding a lot. He has conceded 6 in 7 appearances so far, but that's fine. That doesn't matter. After this, I thought, right, we've got 2 players in. I'm going to get some more players. It's going to be great. We're going to do well this season, probably. And it was at that point that I couldn't sign anyone else. I just couldn't get anyone in through the door, and I got fed up. And I got the director of football to do it. And the first player he signed was Arthur Heinemann, another sodding goalkeeper. Now, don't get me wrong, it's good to have 2 good goalkeepers, but he's put 1,500 quid of our wage budget into a goalkeeper we didn't need. We just didn't need. You know, we've got 5 goalkeepers now. Look at this. No, not Jesus. It's even more. We've got 6 goalkeepers. Nobody needs 6 goalkeepers. I can't sell Delano because nobody wants him because he's, rubbish. Nobody wants the youth players either because, well, nobody wants Lars Van Meurs or Jason Fitzjim because they're also, terrible. Nobody wants the 2 youth goalkeepers. So we've got 6 of, or the 1 youth goalkeeper. We've got 6 of them, and only 1 of them I'm going to be playing regularly. So Heinemann and Bakker are going to be rotating depending on form, depending on fitness, and depending on competition. I think one of them is going to be the cup goalkeeper. So that was strike number 1 against my director of football approach. The next strike, and this is the final strike, was, where was he? Where was this guy? Dylan Hotman. Now, he's not bad. He's not bad, but we also didn't need another bloody midfielder. So I don't know why he's loaned in this guy. It's only a loan. We're paying £400 a week. It's not the end of the world. He's a good, well-rounded player. I'm going to make use of him. But we didn't need another midfielder. We just did, yeah. So that was the end of that experiment. Which led me to sort of go back and try it myself again, which I did somewhat successfully. So another guy I brought in, no wait, I must have signed Luca Bernardo as well. Okay, so I signed Luca Bernardo before handing over to the director of football. Forgive me, I got that wrong. So Luca Bernardo, former PSG youth product, got him to play in the advanced midfielder role. He's very good, like for our squad. Teamwork, which means he's actually going to listen to my bloody tactics, which is nice. Good balance, good aggression. Like he's going to get in people's faces. He's got stamina to work hard. Good long shots on him, which I'm hoping we'll make some use out of. Good first touch, good dribbling. Very, very good player for our club at level. And look at his face. That's the face of a man who knows he's good. Is it? Probably. So Luca Bernardo, and then I took Thomas Cox. That was the other guy he signed. Thomas Cox. He signed a right back. Thomas Cox on an amateur contract, but he paid £8,000 for him. Don't know why. We don't need him. I'm going to make use of him because he's got a lot of pace. Going to make use of him, but we didn't need him. So finally, I brought in on loan Fabiano Rust from Feyenoord, who is quite good, I think, for us. Good acceleration, good pace, good decisions, good off the ball, good dribbling, good finishing. His technique is good. Composure a little bit lacking, so he's probably going to snatch at some shots. But yeah, he's good. He good. I like him. He's only 19. He's 6 foot. My tea's going cold. Excuse me. Yeah, 6 foot. Heading isn't great. Jumping reach isn't great. Very fit. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to be a good striker for us. So far, he's played 2 games, scored no goals, and has a 6.5 rating. But that's irrelevant. He's only just joined. He's quite new. Joining him is a young player from Bayern Munich, Emirhan Demirkan. Yes. Another sort of good for our level winger. And we needed it. I think he arguably could have been a luxury signing, but I don't know if you remember, but one of the big problems we had last year was that our wide players were quite ineffective. I couldn't sell any of our wide players because nobody wants them because they've been quite ineffective for an entire season, which meant I was stuck with having to play a wide player system. We'll get to the system in a minute. That's changed again. But I thought, right, I can't offload the crap. I'm going to need to bring in more. Just as an option. So I did. I brought in Emirhan Demirkan, and he can play on the left or the right and in the middle. He's pacey, got good acceleration, naturally fit, off the ball movement's pretty good, got some flair, he can dribble, he's got good first touch, good technique, good vision, he can pass. He's decent. He's decent for our level. His decisions probably a little bit lacking, but yeah, for a 19-year-old, he's pretty decent, I think, for a club of our level. So those are sort of all the new ins, and you can see how they sort of this is how we lined up for that Willem 2 game, and that probably gives you an idea of the system. So the system has unsurprisingly changed once again. This is what it's 4-2-3-1. I think we were playing a 4-2-3-1. It was a 4-2-4 at the end of last season, which was doing okay, but once again, defensively we were just pretty lacking. We were pretty poor. I thought we'd go back to relative basics, right? The thing I think for a club of our level is to not concede. We're not going into a lot of games thinking we're going to win this. We're going to go into a lot of games thinking we need to not lose this. We need to get a draw at best, or at least. And we weren't doing that at all last season. So I decided to go for the 4-2-3-1 with 2 defensive midfielders rather than 2 players in sort of like the midfield area. And what I've actually done, it started changing the mentality. I realised last season that I was using balanced quite a lot and positive quite a lot, and just going into these games where we had no right to be on those like higher mentalities. I've gone cautious. But what I've also done is Basically what I've done is I've taken the fluid counter-attack and just slightly changed it, because I don't like wingers. I like inverted wingers and forwards and stuff. Pack the middle, cautious mentality, really try and make us hard to play through, get stuck into players. Just try not to lose. That's the goal. We're just trying not to lose, And so far, we've not lost. We've played 2 games, we've lost none of them. So this is sort of how we're going to be lining up for the foreseeable future. I'm not planning on changing this. I know it's a bit like Whiplash with me at the moment and my tactical changes, but we've been practicing this lot in pre-season. We started off the first couple of games of pre-season with the 4-2-4, and it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't working very well. So you can see it's quite early I made the change to the 4-2-3-1 DMAMY, and the results picked up. It's good. It's good. Today we're going to play one game because I've rabbited on for a while. So today we're going to play RKC Valvik, who we've not lost to yet in my reign, which means we're probably going to lose to them today. We're away. We're going to start on the cautious mentality. It's 7 days away. I haven't been prepared. I will see you in a sec. I've kind of been allergic to the lower mentalities in Football Manager games before. That's headed in, cleared away by Lati Sanias, because I always thought that if you play cautiously and defensively, you're somehow not doing. I didn't want to be Sean Dyche, I was crossed in, it's good header away, Leedsman, Decker. Come on, clear this, boys. You can see the low block though. It's a good goal. Low block doesn't matter when they run through it though, does it? 9 minutes in, we're 1-0 down. I didn't want to be like the Sean Dyche, kind of guy of really defensive football, punting it long, all that sort of stuff. Although Sean Dyche isn't actually that bad tactically, I don't think. So I've sort of been allergic to the cautious and defensive mentalities, but sometimes you've just got to. I think with the players that you've got, it's especially in this version where the AI does feel to be that much better than it has been before, or I'm just that much worse. I don't really know. It feels a bit kamikaze, if you will, to be on the positive mentalities with the players that we've got. We don't have the players to do that. They're in again. Is he going to get his cross in, or is he going to shoot? He's going to get the cross in. Clement at the back clears it. It's gone into the middle. That is a terrible goal to concede. Normal service has resumed. We are 2-0 down away. I did say, this team that we've not that haven't beaten us in 2 attempts are going to beat us. We're now down in 12th, which is our customary position. We have had 2 shots and they've both been on target though. So that's, not the end of the world. Tijan is unable to get into this game. Garl is on the 6.2. Garl actually at the end of last season was playing pretty poorly. Lati Sania is on the 6.3. Our defence has been atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. They look disheartened. Good, you should be disheartened. You're rubbish. You're absolutely rubbish. I'm using all of my subs at halftime. So, Salahadin's coming off. We'll have Van der Sloot on. Garl's coming off for Benamar. No, Breedick. He's coming off for Lati Sanias is coming off for Thomas Cox, the guy I said we didn't really need. And Sam Volk is going to come off for Benamar. There we go. We've changed our entire back line. It leaves us with 1 sub. And we'll bring on Fabiano Rust. And what we'll do is we'll switch up to the balanced one for the second half. And we'll just see what that does. we'll go with that. See how it goes. 4 shots, 3 on target. We're 2-0 down. It's not good from us. Our defence has been pretty poor. Leedsman's on a 6.9 though, which is pretty good. Demercan 6.5. It is what it is. We're not going to win many games. We just need to win enough to get as far enough away from 20 as possible, basically. Since switching up and changing our defence into something somewhat competent, we've done all right. So I think I might start next game with this backline and never play that original backline ever again. Rust on the 6.8. He's playing well, just not being able to score. So no highlights in the second half, which says going balanced. Probably. I mean, you look at the match momentum. Didn't really make much of a difference. The game was over at 20 minutes, wasn't it? Really. You were underdogs. They hated that. All right, you were terrible. I'm just. Oh, yeah, right. Fine. I've just angered everyone. What a load of rubbish. Yeah, you're right. Bram Van Beek. That was a load of rubbish. Hansen wants to discuss club matters. I had a chat with Sonja Hansen earlier. The player has indicated that he feels you were too harsh on the team during your talk against RKC Valvik. Hansen, right. Hansen. He is a very good, star rating wise, says he's a very good player. Last season was a 6.7. Season before that was a 6. That was for young Ajax. 6.7 so far this season. I'm going to tell him to bugger off. Get on with it. I'm putting you on the transfer list. You won't. I think you're bluffing. You won't sell me over an argument, but you watch me, mate. You bloody watch me. You're gone. You are out. You're out of the club. Yeah. Go. Wow, he's worth a lot of money. Just gonna say unspecified and see what people come in with. Get out of it. I'm probably gonna try and get out of this club at the end of the season. I'm not gonna lie. Being one of the worst teams in the league with no money is not very fun. So I'm gonna try and get out. I don't know how to do that. I do know how to do that. I need to win games. I need to become I need to become a manager that people want to hire. At the moment, I'm not that. I do think I am studying for my next thing. I can't, on this skin, I can't figure out where to find it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get out of this club this season. At the end of this season, I think when jobs come up, I'm just going to apply for them and I'm going to see what happens. But they have to be sort of better clubs than Topos, which has frankly been an utter disaster so far. Yeah. So, thank you. Get out of it. Thank you for what? Why? Does anyone know why this does this? Why? For some reason, it loses the gaps. You know, the month headings. I don't. It does it every time. Really weird. And it's one of those little things that shouldn't annoy me as much as it does, but it really, really winds me up. Just extra clicks. I don't need the extra clicks. I'm going to get negative. I'm not going to get negative. It's positive. We're having a positive season despite being at a terrible, terrible football club. I will see you soon-ish for another episode of The Manager Journey. Thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you soon. All the best. Cheers. Bye. Rubbish football club. Terrible.